Nigeria, the giant of Africa, was once a British colony. In 1960, it gained independence, stepping into a new era of self-rule. But what followed was anything but stability. A series of military coups threw the nation into chaos, and by 1967, a brutal civil war erupted. For 3 years, Nigeria was drenched in blood as the eastern region attempted to secede as Biafra. The war ended in 1970, but the cycle of military takeovers continued for decades. By the early 90s, Nigeria was once again under military rule, this time under General Babangida. Amid growing calls for democracy, he promised the people what they had been longing for, free and fair elections, with a peaceful transition to civilian rule. On June 12, 1993, Nigerians lined up in their millions to vote in what was described as the freest and fairest election in Africa's history. The candidate who emerged victorious was Moshood Abiola, a Yoruba billionaire businessman. His victory was widely celebrated, both at home and abroad. But just as Nigerians were preparing for a new civilian government, Babangida annulled the election, claiming there were electoral irregularities. No credible proof was ever provided. The dream of democracy was crushed. Abiola, the legitimate winner, was denied his mandate. Refusing to accept the injustice, Abiola declared himself the rightful president. The response:
it is
he was
gratuitous
swiftly
insult
arrested by General
to suppose that
Abacha,
any government,
Nigeria's next
no matter
military dictator.
how impressed it is
Charged
by
with
its own
treason
knowledge
and
and
false
wisdom,
declaration, he
against
was
the
thrown
people's will.
into detention.
You
For
will
years,
recall
he remained behind
that in
bars,
spite
a prisoner of his own
overtures
ambition for
and
democracy.
good gestures by government,
Then,
Chief
in
MKO Abiola
1998, just as hopes were
perpetuated
rising
acts
for his release,
which
Moshood
breached the laws
Abiola
of the
died in
land,
detention.
but government is
His dream of leading Nigeria was buried with him. Decades later, in 2025, Ibrahim Babangida, now an old man, finally admitted what Nigerians had always known: he annulled the June 12th election without any justification. In a grand lecture attended by ex-military leaders and politicians, Babangida offered a short apology for the injustice. But that wasn't all.
However,
He also
the
launched a
tragic
book
irony
detailing his
of
version of the
history
events, a book set to
remains
generate
that the
billions of naira in
administration
sales,
that
donations,
devised
and
a
endorsements.
near-perfect
And so,
electoral
in a bizarre
system
twist of fate,
and
the man
conducted those
responsible for one of
near-perfect
Nigeria's
elections
greatest
could
democratic
not
betrayals
complete
is
the
not
process.
punished. He is celebrated. The media sings his praises. The ex-leaders in attendance congratulate him. Instead of condemnation, he is rewarded with wealth, fame, and honor. Meanwhile, Moshood Abiola, the true winner of the election, died in prison, his family left to mourn, his dream of leadership never realized. So what does this tell us about Nigeria? Decades have passed, yet has anything really changed? Do elections today truly reflect the will of the people? Do those who manipulate democracy ever face real consequences? Or does power always find a way to protect its own at the expense of justice? As Babangida profits from his past crimes, one thing is clear: Nigeria's history is not just a story of the past. It is a cycle, repeating itself.
If you enjoyed this video, click on the like and subscribe buttons, and if for any reason you didn't, do well to still click on the buttons, for I got some more amazing videos lined up for y'all. See you next time and have a great week ahead. Ciao.